Hello there, I'm the Noodle Hunter, and I've got something from the lands of Vietnam. Vegetable flavored instant rice noodles, but in Vietnamese it's called Noodles by the company Thien Foods. Weighing in at 60 grams of dry weight, and the caloric content is not included in this packet of noodles. As a child, I thought this was a Vietnamese cuisine, but I was wrong. When I did some research on the internet, Noodle actually originates from Cambodia. For the longest time yet, I always thought this was a Vietnamese cuisine. And for any Vietnamese out there, I probably butchered the pronunciation. Anyway, it includes usually pork stock and rice noodles, which creates this cuisine. So I can't wait to give this one a taste test. Inside we have, of course, the noodles. These look like the rice noodle variants as described on the packaging. Nice. They look like instant pho noodles, not like vermicelli though, but it looks like the flat vermicelli variant. It also includes the soup base, because it wouldn't be soup noodles without them, and the dry ingredients, and this is kind of sad looking. There is jack all dry ingredients. I believe it's just there to add color to the noodles and nothing else. And the final ingredient, oil. Ooh, and it looks like it's going to be quite nice. There's a bit of fried onion in there, and yeah, if you ever had deep fried shallots before, they are a unhealthy explosion of oil. Alright, there's one more thing I need to point out. I believe that this is vegetarian instant noodles, but there is a lot of flavor enhancers in there. 4 different kinds, jeez. Probably not the most healthy vegetarian instant noodles, but it's nice to know that there is an option out there. Anyway, let's move on to the next part, but before we do, we need to read the instructions. So according to the direction of these noodles, it looks like it's a non-stovetop instant noodles, where you need to season it before you add the water. So, it's time to season these noodles. You know what it's time for? To taste the oil. Whoa! Does the flavoring oil taste a bit of soy sauce, like subtle flavors without the salt, combined with fried shallots and a little bit of pepper. Nice. Okay, it's kind of sad that the tofu they included in this are those little tiny white portions you see there. I wish they gave us bigger pieces, but these noodles did cost me like 60 cents. Alright, let's move on to the next part. Boiling these noodles. And I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Right now it is Australian winter and this bowl is feeling cold. So if I pour hot water into this, the hot water is just going to turn into warm water because of the temperature of this bowl. So let me show you. I've got this magical metal bowl. I'm going to place this inside here. And before putting it directly into my bowl of noodles, I'm going to put the hot water on the outside before I add it in the inside. You know, gotta try to retain as much heat as I possibly can. So let's begin with this one here. I missed it a bit. That's right. I'm a little bit I didn't know clay pot float. Learn something new every day. Okay, I don't need that much in there. Just enough to make the bowl warm, and then I'm gonna add the water directly into the noodles. This should be about 400 mils, but I'm sorry, D, if you're watching this, I forgot to measure it again. This looks like about 400 mils. Okay, let's close this up real quick. And, wait, before I forget, I need to flip the noodles once. Oh, geez, it's already kind of doing its job. That's good. I'm gonna close the lid and wait 3 arduous minutes. Where did I put my elbow? Right here. It's been about 3 minutes now, so are you guys ready for the grand opening of Noodles, or in other words, vegetarian flavored instant rice noodles? Bam! Whoa! I'm starting to wonder if this magical silver pot or bowl? Sorry, my brain just farted there and it just didn't work for a second. is going to help the flavor of these noodles. So let's mix it up real quick. And after mixing it up, although the garnish is very little, it looks like a very humble dish to have. Something that's somewhat hearty and filled with basic flavors. The aroma of these noodles smell subtly sweet, combined with deep fried shallots that remind me of the smell of onion rings. And if you've been watching my videos, you know what I'm going to say next. It's time to taste the soup first. Got my magical Asian ladle? Well, bam! Let's taste the soup. Oh, look at that. It is very clear, and although it looks clear, you can see the bubbles of oil. Nice. And I'm thinking that the bubbles of oil are going to be explosions of deep fried shallot flavor. Huh. That's actually pretty good. Whoa. It's sweet and does have those little subtle flavors of deep fried onion. It smells more like onion than it tastes, but it is a clear soup, and it brings me back to the times when I was sick and my mum would give me this sort of congee like chicken flavor. It's had that sort of sweetness to it, except there's no chicken in it. It is vegetarian, and I feel like it would make you feel very warm on a winter's day. It's quite nice with flavor. And the rice noodles, the starchiness or the sweetness from it, gives it a bit more of an extra flavor element to it as well. I'm gonna give the soup. Sorry, pepper just hit me in the throat. I'm gonna give these noodles a solid 8. Sorry, the soup, my English. The soup a solid 8 out of 10. It's time to move on to the noodles. So, I got my magical weapon of choice, the dual chopsticks, which is only one chopstick, a pair of chopsticks, and my English is really failing me today, so let's go. Got me trusty chopsticks, and I'm going to move my spoon just out of the way for a second, and then lift off. Wow. And I'll do what I usually do, put the noodles in my spoon. Oh yeah. I was expecting it to be a little bit undercooked, but that's like perfectly al dente. It's firm, more on the firmer side of al dente, but as you chew on it, it doesn't disintegrate. If you've watched back to my really old videos of the pho noodles that I reviewed, it just became mush, but this holds its shape very well. I'm starting to think that the hot water around it really helps cook the noodles, so I might continue doing this in my future videos. Ugh, my brain just died for a second there, but these noodles are really good. You can taste the soup attached to the noodles as well, so when you slurp it, well, in this case, when I slurp it from my spoon, it really just amplifies the flavor of these noodles. The noodles are probably not restaurant quality noodles. I've never actually had freshly made rice noodles before, but for this standard of my tasting, I'm gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10. And now to move to the final part, to combine the flavors of the soup and the noodles together. So let's begin with the spoon. Oh, bam! And the noodles. Oh, geez, I wonder how long this is. Oh, I always love doing that. There we go. And then I just slurp it up. Let's see if it warms my heart. That is really solid. I can't begin to explain the feelings I have. Usually, vegetarian instant noodles have a bit of a lacking flavor to this, but I think they add just the right amount of salt and sugar combined. Salt and sugar combined with the vegetables of garlic and spring onion to really bring out the flavors. Nice. I'm gonna give the overall score of these noodles a solid 8.5 out of 10. Did I say that properly? I can't remember. I'll find out later. And there's nothing much more to these noodles except for maybe this little tofu bit. Oh, what the? This tofu bit, it's tofu, but when I chewed on it, It tasted like chicken. Like the flavor, not the flavor of chicken, but the texture of chicken. What the? Okay, these people who make these noodles need to include more of those dry little tofu balls. They're quite exquisite. Alright, now I've run out of things to say because there's nothing more else to say. So I hope you enjoyed watching this episode of the Noodle Hunter. Hit that subscribe button and a notification bell as well if you want to keep up to date. Sorry about that. To my videos. Hit that like button and what's the other word? And leave a comment as well. And I read every single one of them. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.